10 secrets the school system hides from you. It doesn't matter how many hours you crammed for your high school final, or how many essays you wrote in college. The education system has one goal, and that is to make sure you have no idea what's really going on. Here are 10 secrets the all-powerful school system doesn't want you to know about. Number 1. Compulsory education laws were founded on a lie. Did you know compulsory education laws were actually founded on a lie? It's true. In 1852, Massachusetts became the first state to require kids to go to school. They passed the law after an influential clergyman came up with a brilliant idea: beat children until they learned. The idea caught on, and soon every American state passed similar laws, but with one strange omission. Nobody bothered to define what the means of education actually was. That's where we get our strange phrase, "no child left behind." Number 2. The U.S. government isn't running the schools. While many people think that someone in a suit will be sitting behind a desk telling you what to do, that's actually not the case at all. It would be illegal for anyone, teacher, parent, or government official, to get involved in setting your schedule. Rather, the federal No Child Left Behind Act required local school districts to run their own compulsory education systems independently of any state or federal involvement. Sadly, this means that some teachers take it upon themselves to decide what kind of classroom you should have today instead of having it determined by how much time you spent studying yesterday. Number 3. The school system has one goal: keeping its secrets away from you. The school system has one goal, and that is to make sure you have no idea what's really going on. This is why the school system teaches you to read, but not understand. It's why they teach you the names of parts of speech, but not what they actually mean. It's why they teach you addition and multiplication, but never show you how these things apply in real life. Basic arithmetic has so many practical applications that it can be used to help explain anything. But if everyone knew how to explain things with basic math, they'd know too much. Math is just a way to keep your mind busy while we keep injecting ideas into it behind your back. Number 4. Schools were never intended to teach anything. The very first compulsory education laws were passed in Massachusetts and Connecticut. But they had no money to pay teachers. So they started a lottery. Whoever won the lottery got his classroom paid for by the state and was now legally required to force kids to learn in it. The rest of the classrooms were left empty, like a weird sort of school system that only allows one person to run each classroom. As a result, education methods have always been decided according to lottery rather than on any kind of logical or scientific basis. Now you know why your math teacher always plays bingo during lectures. Number 5. Schools teach you basic skills but never let you use them. Compulsory education is so focused on keeping its secrets from you that it actually doesn't teach you basic skills at all, just the names of basic skills. For example, the average American high school graduate can read and write but has no experience doing either. They have basic math skills, but have never used them to do anything except solve math problems from a textbook. They have a strong grasp of history, but they've never used it to serve or defend their country or community. It's all a sham. Every high school graduate has the same basic skill level, but it's a pile of useless knowledge they'll never use. Number 6. School is not designed to help you pass classes. It's designed to keep you in them. According to the National Center for Education Statistics, only about half of all kids graduate from high school. That's because it's easy to fall behind in school and keep falling behind until you either quit or drop out. This is because schools were never designed to teach anything. They were designed to keep children in school. The system does this by using sneaky tactics like forcibly separating kids into classes, which are more about personal preference than anything else, and then indoctrinating them with the same useless information over and over again until they accept it without question and refuse to be educated any further. Number 7. School isn't based on facts, it's based on ideology. We're supposed to believe that school is a place where we teach facts, but nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, many would argue that school is based on indoctrination. For example, in elementary school, you learn arithmetic. The system teaches you how to add and subtract and multiply and divide. Great. But then they take those same skills they taught you in the classroom and demonstrate them by making you do homework. And when you do your homework wrong, they punish you for it not by helping you get better at it, but by sending a note home telling your parents about your academic shortcomings. This is why most people remember their entire elementary school experience as going to school. Number 8. You're supposed to just blindly accept school's rules. In mainstream education, you're meant to just blindly accept everything you're taught without ever questioning it. In fact, they don't even believe that kids can actually learn anything. They think children are too dumb and immature to really learn anything. What this means is that school is designed to be a place where your values are formed, not your mind. It's easy to see why so many people don't like school and why more people stop going each year than ever go in the first place, because it's designed to brainwash you into being mindless sheep that have no idea what they believe in or stand for. Number 9. School is a place where real learning happens behind closed doors. School is a place where real learning happens behind closed doors. In fact, your school represents the antithesis of education, because it's designed to keep your mind open and uninformed while doing everything possible to keep you in the dark. The only reason any compulsory schooling system survives at all is because there's a lot of money involved, money that could be better spent on helping people get out of poverty or curing diseases or teaching kids how to survive in the wild. Because they don't believe in actual education, and they don't believe in actually helping people. They instead choose to force kids into educational programs with no time for real learning. Number 10. Teachers are simply your mom with a grudge. Most people don't realize how much teachers hate their jobs. With the average teacher making less than a third of what the average person makes, it's understandable that there aren't many people left in this country who want to go into teaching. It doesn't help that most schools are overcrowded and underfunded despite being the backbone of modern society. Teachers aren't paid enough to be doing any better than they do, and they rarely receive enough respect either. They're simply part of a huge, broken system that is only kept running by the fact that teachers need to be able to accept low pay and low respect in order to have jobs at all. Conclusion. Of course, not all schools are created equally, and some of them even incorporate real learning into their curricula. That's why it's important to choose a school for your kids based on the way it actually teaches your children, rather than just sending them to the nearest one in your neighborhood. Because if your child's future isn't worth it to you, then that's exactly what it will be, worth nothing. Thank you for your time with this post. Please share this podcast with your friends, and we'd love to hear that you'll be here next time.